Welcome back to Nostalgia Lane. We missed you guys. I have some cool pickups that I've been kind of hoarding for a while and just haven't had a chance to make a pickups video. So me and Riley did our own separate videos, which is pretty cool because mine's pretty ridiculous, and I've had some really cool stuff, and I actually have been so busy like trying to keep up with all of it and get some of it moved out of the game room and traded away and sold or whatever. Keep a lot of the cool stuff that I want. So randomly throughout the video, you'll see little pictures from my Instagram feed that shows you stuff that I picked up that I don't have in front of me, just so you know it's not make-believe. So anyway, first thing I'm going to start with, I picked up a Wii lot a while ago, and it was really cool, and insert picture here, you'll see. Anyway, it came with this cool, handy-dandy Wii keyboard, which I have never seen before. So I was pretty pumped to get my hands on a Wii keyboard because I need a Wii keyboard. So, Wii keyboard. Alright. Then, so long story short, they banned me from trading in stuff at GameStop because I traded in too much stuff in a short period of time. So I got banned for like 30 days, 90 days, I don't know, a while. So, my wife now has a GameStop account. And I traded a lot of cool stuff to GameStop that I had extra during one of the promotions. Take advantage of that, of course. So I have all this extra credit. And so the first thing that, of course, you're going to get with a lot of your extra credit would, of course, be a lightsaber. So this is at GameStop. And this looks really cool. I'm not even the biggest Star Wars fan, but this is sweet. So, lightsaber. You need one of those. Okay, cool. I did pick up some video game stuff, too. So, one thing I finally got my hands on with all that extra credit, too. An NES Classic. I could never get my hand on one of these, and I wasn't going to overpay for it. So, I just kind of waited until they re-released them, and finally got one. So, I haven't even opened it up yet. But, that's the real deal. Got to burn up some of that trade credit. And, yeah, I'm pretty pumped to finally see one of these and hold it in my hands. So, there's that. More stuff from GameStop. I picked up a bunch of these little Switch controllers that are wired. This one's, the wire's around here somewhere. But anywho, these are really nice. They're a lot cheaper than the Pro controller. They're usually 20 to 30 bucks. And sometimes you can get them used like this one, and they're even cheaper. I think they're great for the Switch, so I wanted to grab a few of them, especially to have for my video game bus. So I have quite a few of these, and you'll see some pictures throughout here with all sorts of different controllers like this. So there's that. Or was that? Alright. Cool. Another thing I got from GameStop Online. I needed some more PSVR games, so I got VR Karts, which looks kind of cool, like you're driving karts. I haven't played it yet, but I'm pretty pumped about it. So hopefully VR Karts is actually really good. We'll see. Some of those VR games, you never know. So, yeah, VR Karts. I also picked up, and you'll see a picture of it here somewhere, VR, Doom in VR, because it was like 20 bucks. It was like a special sale or something. And Doom in VR sounded way cooler, because Doom in VR sounds terrifying, so that'll be cool. Another one, not my kind of game all the time, but I have a big fetish for steelbooks, and when I was at GameStop I was looking, and they had this steelbook with a slipcover. It's King of Fighters. And the King of Fighters steelbook for the PS4, it's like $14. I thought that was a great deal, especially since it's an Atlas game. Atlas usually puts out some pretty good games, some low print runs too. And to get a steelbook of pretty much anything at this point is pretty cool for me. So, King of Fighters. Target had this crazy deal where like you could stack all these coupons and get this crazy amount off, and all sorts of nuts, all sorts of crazy stuff, all sorts of nuts. Yeah, it was all sorts of nuts. Anyway, anywho, I put this game in the cart, and I ended up getting like a t-shirt and like some other video game Fallout thing for free. So this was kind of what I paid for through Target. I wanted to get this so bad anyway, the Sega Genesis collection. Play all your Sega Genesis games in one. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about this. Anyway, do you want to pause it, buddy? You okay? the nuts got you?
Yeah. Okay.
Caps. I've had some cool pawn shop pickups that I've turned around and flipped and sold online. Something like Monster Hunter World, which I'm just not going to play. Far Cry 5, which I've already played. So a couple of the Maddens. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, I picked up a really cool N64 lot. I upgraded a few things that I needed. I traded off some of the games that I don't needed to a friend that needed them. So some cool stuff there. Try to recoup my money on that. So here's a picture of it. And then, let's see. Oh, I picked up a Wii U lot a while ago. That was a good deal. Got some Switch games. Oh, Riley traded me Destiny Collector's Steelbook. That was cool. But anywho, I had a buddy that his friend was moving. He was helping him move. He gave me some free video games. So you can't say no to free video games. Fable and Prince of Persia is what I don't think I had in my collection. I have to double check, actually. He also gave me Minecraft for the 360. I think I sold that because I have Minecraft on one of those systems. Anywho, cool stuff. Can't beat free video games. I also pulled a trade with the Juice Daddy on the YouTube. And so if you guys haven't checked out Juice Daddy's channel, you need to go watch it because he's awesome. And he's really good at finding stuff, especially at garage sales here in town. I don't get a chance to go out to too many garage sales. I think Riley's just like, he'd rather watch cartoons in the morning than go out to garage sales. I don't know. So anywho, Juice Daddy kills it at garage sales, and me and Riley get his scraps when it comes to that. But it's okay, because Juice Daddy's a cool guy. So check out his channel. Anyway, so Juice Daddy had some Sega Master System games that he had me take a look at. I was like, man, I could use some of those. Yeah, I could use some of those. So I traded him some stuff. I think I traded him like Shining Force 2 and another Sega Genesis game I had called Blades of Vengeance for some complete in-box Master System games. Rambo, Part 2, and Poseidon, and Thunderblade, which honestly, I think I played Thunderblade when I was a kid. One of those lame ones that never got rented at Blockbuster that my mom used to bring home and let us play. So there's that. Okay. Another cool stuff. Here's part of a Macari deal I got. I got a Macari deal where I got a couple games for the price of one almost, and even a little bit less. This is Stone Protectors, which I don't know much about the game. I mostly got this for a buddy that collects Super Nintendo, knowing that he didn't have it. I got a good deal on it, and we were able to pull off some sort of trade, or we will be able to pull off some sort of trade later on. So right now I'm just keeping this one from him. It looks really cool. I messed around with it for like 5 minutes, but I haven't really got into it and played it yet. Looks like a neat game though. Okay, another one. This is another pickup I got for a friend at a pawn shop in Helena. This is Color a Dinosaur. This is probably the worst game ever made. So if you've never colored a dinosaur, it's exactly what it sounds like. You power up the game. It has you pick a dinosaur and you color it. So that is literally Color a Dinosaur. So it's pretty riveting. It's kind of an obscure game to find. Yeah, I got a really good deal on it, so I was happy to pick it up for a buddy that will end up pulling off a trade later on down the road. So, all right. Another thing I picked up for that same buddy, he almost has a complete Nintendo collection, is G.I. Joe, a Real American Hero. So I picked this up from a dude that traded me that sold me a bunch of Genesis games that were complete in box. He also sold me some other games too, which you'll see here in a minute. But this was one of the highlights for sure. Where did I put that other game? It's over here. Anyway, Real American Hero. Greg didn't have this in his collection, and I'm trying to help him get there to get that full NES collection. So there's that. Pawn shop pickups. I picked up like a lot of like like 8 or 10 PS4 games and some Xbox One games from this pawn shop for a really good deal. And it turns out where I could sell like half of the games, get my money back, break even, and the other games are pretty much free. So this is one that I definitely wanted to keep because I was pretty excited about. I think I have it on the Switch now, and I might even have it on the Wii U. And now I want to have it on the PS4 also, so whatever. It looks cool. And Lego City Undercover, I played a little bit on the Wii U, and it's pretty neat, so can't wait to try it on the PS4. Alright. The guy that got me some of those Genesis games and the Nintendo games I was telling you about that I bought some stuff from him. So I bought this. This is the second time I went to him. I'm kind of going backwards here, but the second time I went to him, I bought that American Hero and Contra Hardcore from him. So this is complete in box. So it's pretty cool to finally have this game. And yeah, he wasn't sure about selling it the first time, and I told him that, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea, but he called me back, or he texted me back and he said, hey man, you want this? I was like, yeah, I still do. So there's that. Alright, and then this is going to be like the most epic pickup of all. This all came from that same dude. Like I said, the first time I went out there to meet him, he posted on Craigslist, hey, I have a bunch of video game stuff, come take a look. That's basically what his post said. He said he didn't want to sell all the stuff, he just wanted to sell some and make up some money for rent. I said, okay man. And he said, can I take a look? He's like, yeah. So I take a look through a bunch of stuff. I put a bunch of stuff to the side, said, hey, this stuff looks really cool. What you want for it? So I got a great deal on all this stuff. Totally worth it. And I was telling him this is some really good stuff, man. So he was happy. I was happy. I got Cool World finally on the Nintendo. Cool World was like one of my favorite movies as a kid. Which seems really weird to be a kid's favorite movie, but Cool World was awesome. And then here's some complete in box games I got from Earthworm Jim on the Sega Genesis. Streets of Rage 2 on the Sega Genesis. Dinosaurs for Hire on the Sega Genesis, which I didn't even know about, but that has to be like the most badass cover art ever. So yeah, I can't wait. Dino Dudes with Major Attitudes is what it says on the back. That's so cool. Okay. Thanks, kitty. Alright. Comic Zone, which I put this in and played after a few minutes because my buddy told me to, and this game's awesome. It's like a comic book, of course, right? And you go through page by page, you do all this cool stuff. You're fighting, you're ripping up the page. It's like, it's really cool. It's like you're being sucked into a comic book. Comic Zone's sweet. Okay, here's the highlight of it all, though. The Punisher. Complete in box on the Sega Genesis. I was so pumped when I got this. The guy lived right next to Riley. I went over to Riley's house and said, hey Riley, look at Riley! And got all crazy. And yeah, so The Punisher, complete in box with Sega Genesis. I'm pretty stoked about this. This will be one of the top Sega Genesis games, if not the top Sega Genesis game I own. The only thing missing is these came with Punisher skull tattoos inside the game box. Well, unfortunately those are not here, but I think I'll pull through. So anywho, those are wrapping up my pickups. You'll see a lot from my Instagram pictures and stuff like that, and I'll try to keep you more up to date in the future. Anyway, thanks for joining us again on Nostalgia Lane. We'll catch you another time. The end.